So we went over the Ticlio Pass last night. David, you'll have to tell me a little bit about that.
Woo! It's almost a 16,000 foot pass. It's one of the highest paved roads in the world, and it's a trek. So if you're coming from Lima, you go from sea level to almost 16,000 feet, and if you're going from Ticlio down, you can be in the Amazon in about 3.5 hours, and it's just pure downhill. But 2/3 of Peru is the Amazon. A lot of people don't realize that because they just go straight to Machu Picchu, and they don't really venture east. But once you get in the Andes here, one thing to remember is if you're driving, Lima is pretty bad to drive where we're at now. This is a different here, but once you're up in the Andes and you're dropping down the backside into the Amazon, it's super easy driving. People don't follow the rules, but it makes sense. I actually like it better. The police here, a lot of people don't want to drive in Peru because of the corrupt police. We've been stopped a few times. 2 times they shake my hand and just let me go, and last night I got stopped in the middle of the night because I was passing uphill in between semi-trucks, and he stopped me and says, "It's very dangerous, very dangerous." So I told him in Spanish, I said the police in front of me was doing the same thing. And he said he said no, but the police had his lights on. I said no. And he shakes my hand and let me go. So sometimes with the police here, you're less likely to get, kind of stiff-armed or having to pay a bribe if you do have a little more of a backbone. Plus I have my family, and anytime with the police here, I just say my daughter is not feeling well, and that will help as well. But it's cheap here. It's super cheap in Peru. I mean, it's not like Colombia or Southeast Asia, but it's cheap. And the cuisine here, I'll call it cuisine because it's better than food. I mean, Allison tells me she wakes up just thinking about food. And I've found myself doing the same thing. This is some of the best food in the world. The variety is insane. Like in Colombia, you eat a lot of the same food over and over. Here we found it's very easy to eat, a variety of foods you've never heard of or seen, depending on the region, whether you're in Lima, the Amazon. We didn't eat too much up high because the altitude is really dangerous. Once you start trying to sleep at 12, 13, 14,000 feet, you're probably going to get sick coming from sea level. So, whatever you did eat, you're probably going to throw up. we had some problems with that, definitely. What do you think of Peru, Al?
I love it. I think that the people are very interesting. They all look the same. We always kind of judge countries of how the people are, how the food is, how expensive or how cheap. Very safe. Probably, went down streets that we wouldn't go down in Medellin because you didn't feel safe, but we felt extremely safe in Medellin, and we felt even safer here. So that's a pretty good thing for us. I mean, we can go where nobody's at, no tourists, and feel pretty safe. And people here are friendly, just in a different way, I think. You kind of have to get to know them a little bit. They're not as open as some people. So, but yeah, Peru is. You got the beach, you got the Amazon, you got the mountains, the desert. We're driving right now outside of Lima, where the slums are, and it's just dirt, just flying around everywhere. And hopefully it clears up in a little bit. But
we slept in a whorehouse last night. We didn't realize it.
I saw one go in when we checked in, but it wasn't too bad. It was for less than 10 hours, so it was okay.
Our first whorehouse. At least they had clean towels.
Yeah.
But I think they did. It's here too. There's hotels and hostels everywhere. A lot of the hostels are actually hotels. But I mean, you can show up and you're gonna pay like $15 to $25. It seems like for 3 people. That's cheap. That's really. So it's easy to just drive, and when you get tired, to pull into something. A lot of them have secure parking. A lot of them, they have pretty good security around the entrance of the hotel. But last night I think we were kind of more in a slummy area, and it was a good place to wake up and find a restaurant to eat. was probably somewhere most people won't stay.
Not more than a day for sure.
Most people just drive through, but it was okay.
Yeah.
It's a good experience. And
Considering we were in the car for over 12 hours yesterday. So that's, it was a long, long day. Lexi did really good though. So anyway, over and out.